Hey everyone, so this is kind of exciting. Today we have the Invisible Man here for an interview. Why don't you say hello?
Hello, I'm the Invisible Man.
Well, this is kind of exciting to interview you. I mean, it's I've seen your movies. I read the books that made about you.
Lay.
Oh, so I take it you're not much of a fan of them.
I do like Claude Lanes, he's pretty good. The other ones, not so much. Vincent Price tried to act too much to do it.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I guess Vincent Price is one of those actors that can kind of, he has the luxury where he can overact and it's so good, but maybe just some roles aren't his best.
He is. I do like him in um, Dr. Parnassus, though. That was pretty good.
Ah, yeah, that's a very good movie. Definitely a good precursor to Saw.
It is quite good. I liked that quite a bit.
So, um, what are some other of your favorite movies that are based on your material?
I really did like The Hollow Man. That was quite good. Kevin Bacon was very good.
I always had to wonder if Kevin Bacon likes bacon.
I think everybody likes bacon.
Um, one of the things I always love though is you give what are some pros and cons to being invisible?
I guess one pro is that nobody can see you, but I guess the con is also that nobody can see you.
I see. I mean, this is just going to be interesting because here I am, filming. It looks like I'm filming a chair, but I'm actually filming the Invisible Man here, so it's kind of interesting.
Yes, you were very hilarious, aren't you, Mr. Nyberg? Aren't you?
Yes. So, what are some? I guess what are some things that you look for in something based on, your life?
Well, I look for fun in it. Like, when the movies where I went to the war during the Universal era, it was quite fun.
Um, yeah. And I've even noticed with your accent, you sound like Bela Lugosi.
Well, Bela took it from me. They were in production around the same time, and Bela was doing research, and so Bela took the accent from me, and so yeah.
Ah, was that a pro with like living invisible though? Like you live for a long time?
Well, the stuff that comes with aging, you it seems weird that you don't have to do it with invisibility. I don't know if scientists have figured it out yet because, well, science is, something where they figure stuff out, but they don't know what to do with it.
Oh, I see. So, I guess, what are some other things that you can say about being just invisible that, maybe people get wrong?
The Fantastic Four movie, as good as Jessica Alba looked, um, it doesn't really work like that. We don't have this fine line between us. You can't see us. Therefore, we are invisible.
Yeah, me and a friend of mine are doing Dracula versus the Frankenstein monster. We've talked about for sequels getting the Invisible Man, and I said the great thing is we don't have to cast anybody.
Yes, that's good. Yes, you can just cast nobody. But why would you cast nobody when you have the real deal right here?
Oh, so you might be interested in that. Well, I guess we'll keep in touch. That would be fun. That would be cool to get the real Invisible Man. So, what are some things that maybe uh, you what's the if I can I'm getting tongue tied. I guess what's do you really like to pull pranks like in the Claude Rains movie? Yes, that's quite fun to do to people. Like, sometimes I'll be there when there's no gust of wind and I'll just blow your hat off. I think that's quite funny to do. Um, or sometimes if there's a guy that cuts in front of me at Burger King, I like to kick him sometimes and make him fall. That's kind of funny, I mean, that is pretty hilarious that you would do something like that. Um, so, what made you want to be interviewed by the great Junebug Films? Well, I like your content. You're very hilarious. Um, and that you have a unique eye when it comes to filmmaking. Um, and I want you to try to get better and hopefully get what you need to survive, because you have a very great um, interest in film. I can see that, and I wanted to reach out to you. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah. This has been quite. This is fun. This is interesting so far. Which one of my films did you think was the best? But The Holiday Intruder really sucked. I got to be honest with you. Well, I agree with you. That did suck. Kind of working on trying to finish it. I will try to finish it, but just to say you finished it, but it does suck. Yes, it does. I can admit that. But I really did like The Serial Killer, and hopefully that this little short film that you're doing will kick off, and maybe we can talk some more, because I would love to talk to you some more. Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Did you? I know a lot of people are gonna ask me. Did you like the new Invisible Man with Elizabeth Moss? Yes, I did like that, but I more prefer the older ones, because I don't know. I mean, those actors put this better, I think. And Claude Rains, what an actor! I can't imagine the movie without him. Vincent Price did good. He did good. The others did a good job, and like we said earlier, Kevin Bacon did a good job too. Oh, that was Hollow Man. I'm the Invisible Man. Yes, you are, and that's is kind of what makes this kind of cool. So, did you read the book by H.G. Wells? Yes, I did. Although I like H.G. Wells' other work better. I like War of the Worlds better. Oh, me too. I love War of the Worlds, and The Time Machine was much better too. But I prefer Jules Verne over H.G. Wells, honestly. Oh, me. Oh yeah, me too. I mean, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is one of my favorite books. I love Jules Verne. Great imagination. Yes, quite. Very, very, very good. He was a very imaginative man, and I really appreciate his work here. Oh, yeah, I mean, Jules Verne, I could geek out all day about Jules Verne. Yes, I could too. In some ways, I really like the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea movie by Walt Disney, because Jules Verne was essentially the Walt Disney of his day. Maybe the French version, because in America it was Bobby. The closest that you guys had was P.T. Barnum. Oh, well, yeah, exactly. P.T. Barnum was definitely the Walt Disney of his day. There were so many Walt Disney's of their days back in those era, because I think people just knew how to have fun more. Yes, yes. People really just need to learn to get off their phones, because what I don't like now is that because I'm invisible, I could just be left alone. And now, because people are standing too much on the phone, they bump into me, um, and everything else. And back then I could kind of just blend in, even though I was invisible. Oh yeah, well, I mean, I could see how that would be a problem. I know they made that TV show from Sci-Fi Channel. Do you ever see that? No, I did not see that. That was really bad, as from what I heard. Yeah, it wasn't that great. It's better than Hollow Man too. Oh my gosh. Why would you pick Kevin Slater to replace Kevin Bacon? That does not make any sense at all. Yeah, I hear you. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. So, but yes, it was quite. Ooh. Um. But what are some other things that you just what are some other your favorite Universal monsters besides your own movies? I really like the Mummy movies. I just like all Universal monsters and classic movies in general, because I think that what is missing in modern Hollywood that I don't like is that those movies back in the day, were written with the script was finished, or at least they had an idea on what to do with the story. They had a good outline, and they could fill in the gaps if they did not go without a script. But the problem is with movies now is assembly line movies. They took the Henry Ford approach to making movies where, one guy does this, one guy does this. The director and the producer, the director should be in charge of it all. And yes, Hollywood is a business. We are not a step. We already know this. Don't address the elephant in the room. But you're making stories. Stories cannot be an assembly line. It does not work like that. We must create the story and work the story around the director's vision. Because so many movies have been tampered with, and then they reflect the box office, and then you have movies that don't have actual characters anymore. They have what I like to call brownie points. Yeah, me too. I call them brownie points too, because you should cast somebody based on their talent. You shouldn't cast somebody to get a cookie. Yes, exactly. I like cookies. They're quite good. Really, I love cookies. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, who doesn't like cookies? Yes, I know. But no, just don't cast based on talent, not to get a cookie. And the other thing is, we need to learn that acting is acting. They're not playing the person can play anything. They're not playing their character. But the other thing you need to realize is verisimilitude and making the audience believe. And that's the biggest problem right now, is they're not making the audience believe that they are these characters. Right around 2014-ish was when it started to happen, I think. Yeah, I kind of do agree with you. But, I, you know, but yeah, no, I mean, I could talk all day to you about, you know, things and everything, but this was quite fun to do. You know, I would love to do this again. Maybe would you ever be up for a part two? Yes, I think so. That would be quite fun. We could sit there and talk. Maybe some of the good pranks that I've pulled, like being invisible, like going to the girls' locker room. No, I'm not a pervert. Oh, I'm sorry. That's all right. But a lot of people assume that being invisible, I get to see nothing but those all the, locker rooms and everything else. Yeah, but no, I mean I can see things and everything else. So, well, that's exciting. But hey, it was lovely talking to you. So, is there any closing words you want to say to people? Well, goodbye, people, and I guess if you really want to see a part two to this interview with me, the Invisible Man, um, click subscribe to Junebug Films and share this video out, and definitely give him a thumbs up, comments, and everything else. I would really appreciate it. I'm sorry, I had a little bit of a burrito last night, so I just hiccuped there. But yes, so I would really appreciate if you guys could do all that. So thank you, and please do that for me if you definitely want to see a part two to the interview, because this is going to be quite fun to do. So I would love to talk to Junebug Films some more. Well, thank you. This was quite fun. So, yeah, what the Invisible Man said. So thank you.